Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing 5 air fryer recipes with you all. You know how much I love my air fryer and I know how much you love yours too. So I really hope you enjoy these recipes that I'm going to be sharing. I will link the air fryer that I have got down below in my description box. I used to have a smaller air fryer and then probably about a year ago I upgraded to this bigger one, which is an 8.5 litre capacity air fryer. And what's great about it is that it's one big drawer, but it has a divider that you can remove or keep in. So if you want to make a smaller meal in your air fryer, you can just divide the air fryer and cook on that one half. You can also use a divider to cook 2 separate items in the air fryer on different temperatures and different times, or you can remove the divide in the middle and then you have one big 8.5 litre capacity air fryer to cook in, which is ideal for cooking a whole chicken. I really hope you enjoy these recipes. Thank you as always for watching, and let's get into it. This air fryer meal is going to become nachos, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some like fajita chicken and I'm going to serve that on top of the nachos so we can kind of have some of the chicken when we're eating the nachos. If you want to, you could just change this out with some mincemeat and do like a mincemeat on top of here, so a bit of chili or something like that. So what I've got here is some chicken just sliced up. Then I've got some fajita seasoning mix. This is just a smoky barbecue mild one. I've got this, which is an air fryer silicone kind of container, because I'm going to cook the chicken in here so that it retains some of the juices, so it's got a little bit of those nice juices to kind of pour on top. Then I have been a little bit lazy and I've bought all the bits to go with the nachos. So I've got some salsa, guacamole, and then I think tzatziki on here is so much nicer than any kind of sour cream on here. It just has so much more flavor in my opinion. Then I've got 2 bags of Doritos, because 1 bag for a family of 4 is not enough. And then I've also got loads and loads of cheese. So what I'm gonna do here first of all is get my chicken into the silicone dish, and then I will just pop the fajita seasoning mix on top. I'm probably just gonna use half of this fajita seasoning mix, so then I can create this meal again at a bit of a later date and use the other half. I'll get this into the air fryer on 200 degrees centigrade, just for about 6 minutes until my chicken has cooked through. Once that has cooked through, I'll take that out of the air fryer, and then I'll line my air fryer with some baking paper, just so that it's easy for me to remove the nachos once they're cooked. If you want to put a oven-proof dish into your air fryer and just do it that way, then you can do, totally up to you. So once I've got my baking paper in there, I will then just go ahead and start layering up my nachos. I like to put some of my crisps down, then some cheese, crisps cheese until everything runs out. Then I'm just gonna put this on to the air fryer setting for about 3 minutes on 200 degrees centigrade. After those 3 minutes, you're then gonna just add your chicken to the top of your crisps, pop it back in for another 2 minutes on 200 degrees centigrade, and then it's ready to take out, top with your salsa, guacamole, and tzatziki, and simply enjoy. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make a delicious Brussels sprout side in your air fryer. This you can take through to Christmas, and I promise you, you're going to make people who don't like Brussels sprouts like Brussels sprouts. So what I've got here is obviously a pack of Brussels sprouts. I've also got some diced pancetta, but I'm actually just going to use one of these halves. I've got some soft cheese and also some vegetable stock too. So the other thing you're going to need for this is a little bit of water. And then I've also got a oven-proof dish that I'll pop into the air fryer too. So what I'm going to start off by doing is getting my diced pancetta, popping it into my oven-proof dish, and I'm just going to put this into the air fryer on 180 degrees centigrade for 5 minutes, just for my pancetta to really crisp up. While that's in there crisping, I'm just going to be halving my Brussels sprouts so that when the pancetta is done, I can pop my half Brussels sprouts in there along with the mixture that I've made of soft cheese, and I'm going to just use half of my vegetable stock as well as 100 mils of water too. Mix all that together so it nicely combines, and I'm actually also going to add a grating of Parmesan cheese on top. I'll pop this all back into the air fryer on 180 degrees centigrade for 7 minutes, and then once that 7 minutes is up, when it comes out, it's looking delicious. You can pop this straight onto the table And I promise you, you will convert a lot of Brussels sprout haters. So what I'm going to be making here are some sweet potato chips, but they're going to be Parmesan sweet potato chips. I've seen people cook this a lot on Instagram and TikTok and things like that, and I've given them a try and they're absolutely delicious. So the ingredients that I've got here are obviously sweet potatoes. I've got some of this extra virgin olive oil spray. I've got some paprika, salt and pepper and Parmesan. So what I'm going to do with my sweet potatoes is I'm just going to cut them up into little chip shapes, really, really easy to do. And I'm going to keep the skins on as well because I think crispy sweet potato skins are just delicious. Then I'm going to get an oven-proof dish and I'll pop that into my air fryer with the centerpiece taken out so it's nice and big. And then I will lay my chips down onto my oven-proof dish. Once I put my sweet potatoes into the oven-proof dish, I'm just going to spray a little bit of the olive oil spray onto them and then also just add some salt and pepper before mixing them all up. Once those are nice and coated, I will then just space them out in the oven-proof dish, and then I'm going to get my Parmesan and put a generous coating over the top of this. Once I've coated them with Parmesan, I will then put them into the air fryer on 180 degrees centigrade for 12 to 15 minutes, just depending on how thick you have cut your chips and how well done you want them. After that time is up, as you can see, they are looking absolutely delicious. And when you separate each chip, it does come off with a delicious amount of Parmesan on there too. So this air fryer recipe is going to become pizza wheels that I'm making using wraps. So these are super, super easy to make, and they're also great for like if your kids come home from school and they're peckish, but you don't want them to go for any junk food, you can just make your own mini pizzas for them. So what I have got is some wraps, I've got some pepperoni, and I've also got some passata. This passata comes with basil already in it, so you can use it straight from the jar. You can add whatever toppings you want to on this. Oh, forgot my cheese. This is a pretty essential part of this recipe too. Sorry about that. So what I'm going to do to make these is I'll get a wrap. I'll put some of the passata on the bottom. I will then add some pepperoni to the top of that, as well as a generous amount of cheese. I'll just put a little bit of pepper on this. I'm not going to put any salt because the pepperoni is a little bit salty in itself. Once you have loaded your wrap with all the toppings you want, you then just want to start rolling your wrap onto itself. And once it is rolled, you want to get a sharp knife and just cut through, I would probably say like 2 centimeter rounds. Once you've done that, you can then just get some baking paper, pop it in the bottom of your air fryer, and then just put each little round into the air fryer, and you want to cook it on 200 degrees centigrade for literally 3 minutes. That's all this is going to take. And when they come out, they are super delicious, yummy and crispy, and a delicious after school snack or side for a main too. All right, so I'm going to show you how to make the best jacket potatoes in your air fryer. So what I've got here is 2 large potatoes. Obviously, if you're going to be cooking more, then you just follow exactly the same steps. My air fryer does separate in the middle, so because I'm just making 2, I will put the separation in and just cook on one side of my air fryer. But if you've got more, then you just take the separation out if you've got the same air fryer as me. So as you can see, I have got some tin foil here as well, because I do find that cooking each potato separately wrapped in tin foil for the first 10 minutes really makes it lovely and fluffy on the inside, and then you remove the foil afterwards. So I've also got some Himalayan salt and some olive oil here as well. So what I'm going to do to each potato is get a fork and put loads of pricks all around the potato, and that's just going to allow extra heat to get into the potato a little bit more to make it softer quicker. So once I have done that, I then put a generous amount of the olive oil on, and then also the Himalayan salt, and I'm just going to rub it all into the potato so that some of the salt and the oil gets into the fork marks too. Once I've done that, I will then just wrap each potato up in the tin foil, and then I'll pop them into the air fryer, like I said, just on one side. I'm going to put the air fryer on 200 degrees centigrade for 10 minutes. Once that 10 minutes is up, you then want to open up your potatoes, but be careful because the tin foil and the potato are going to be so hot, so lots of steam will come out and you don't want to burn yourself. So I will take the tin foil off and then put the potatoes on their own back into the air fryer, again on 200 degrees centigrade, but this time for 15 minutes. And as you can see, your potatoes are coming out super delicious and crispy on the outside, but also when you cut through to the middle, they are deliciously fluffy. So those are the 5 recipes I wanted to share with you. I really hope you enjoyed them. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.